Good evening, everyone. It is Wednesday, May 21. Tonight we're going to talk about the plagues of Egypt. Last week, if you tuned in, we talked about vengeance. Vengeance is woven in among the plagues of Egypt, because God was taking vengeance, not the people of Israel. Exodus chapter 7, you are to speak all that I command you, and Aaron your brother is to speak to the Pharaoh, so that he will let Bani Israel, the sons of Israel, go out of this land. Now when it says you are to speak, he's talking to Moses, to the people of Israel. But then he says Aaron will speak to the Pharaoh. But Pharaoh will not listen to you. So I will lay my hand upon Egypt and bring forth my armies, my people, the sons of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgments. The Egyptians will know that I am Adonai when I stretch out my hand against them. Here we go. We're talking about vengeance. He says, you treat my people this way, I'm going to treat you this way. Exodus 12. Adonai gave the people favor in the eyes of the Egyptians and let them have what they asked for. So they plundered the Egyptians. He's saying as they were leaving Egypt, God says, tell them you want their gold, their silver, and all their riches. And God softened their heart for one time, and they walked out extremely rich. And why did they need that? Because they needed it for the future temple they were going to build and for all their travels. They used it for a golden calf, unfortunately, but the Egyptians pursued and went after them into the midst of the sea. All Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. So Moses stretched his hand out over the waters, and the sea returned to its strength by dawn. So they get to the other side, and God says, close it up. So they did close it up. And if you look at why is that important, I used to teach at a Jewish synagogue, and we were in a Torah class, and they were talking about the 10 plagues that God brought upon Egypt. And I said, you sure it was only 10? And they says, well, yeah. What one are you thinking? I said, well, Moses was 80 years old when God called him to lead the people of Israel out of Egypt. And they had already had 10 plagues in Egypt. But God could have held that fiery flame until the Israelites got across and then closed the water and then removed the flame, but he didn't. So I said, why would he do that? Think about it. Because when Moses was leading them out, he was 80 years old. What happened 80 years old earlier? The Egyptians drowned the sons of Israel in the Nile River. What did God do? He took the sons of Egypt and drowned them. It was his last vengeance in Egypt. So don't think that God is forgotten, because he doesn't forget. And he doesn't slumber and he doesn't sleep. Again, share this with anybody you know. We're at the time where we really all need to be leading people to Christ and showing them the way. So streetlightgr.com at Facebook or YouTube at Streetlight Bible Study 4006. And be blessed, and always be a blessing to someone. You never know who that will change. So have a good evening, and we'll see you in another week.